Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Pointless Web Browsing. I'm your host, Grave Knives, coming to you from the Graves Court. Today is episode 50, and I have a bit of an uncommon treat for you. Two things that I never really touch on in this channel is religion and politics. It just doesn't, it's a messy subject, and in the end, everyone's lying to you anyway, so there's no point in talking about it or arguing about it. However, sometimes something does appear in front of me, and like this one stepped outside of the realm. So it's kind of an odd, and it's a special treat, if you will, which is perfect for it being episode 50. So what is it though? I'm at work. I see multiple TV screens do I pass by when I'm at work, and there's all sorts of stuff on them. And a lot of times I keep seeing these like ministers or whatever they are, that, preach to people and say, hey, give me your money, give me money and we'll, God will hook you up or whatever. Well, upon passing by one of these, I looked down in the corner of a screen and there was a website. And so, of course, I had to check out that website. I had no choice. Once I saw it, it was too late. I had to go check it out. And today, I'm going to take you along on that little adventure. So, enough chit chat. Let's see what they got.
Now we just see everything we believe. We just see everything.
All right, everybody. So this is uncommonseed.com, and I'm not going to say this too often ever, probably, but I don't recommend you going to this site, not in the slightest. What this is, sow your uncommon seed. Uncommon seed, uncommon harvest. Ridiculous. If you don't know what they mean when they say sowing your seed, what they're saying is give your seed is money. All right, your seed is the money. And if you send them money, they're basically telling you that you're going to get in good with God. Okay? Or, with this religion, So you're going to get hooked up with God. He's going to take care of you. And, the more you pay in, the more God's going to hook you up. So apparently, I've literally heard this guy this Murdock guy sitting there saying statements like $1,000 isn't going to pay the house, isn't going to buy the house. $1,000 won't buy the car. He's like, you need to sow that $1,000 and into the seed of your faith. Literally telling people, don't make a payment on your house or your car, pay it into the church or their ministry. It's not even really a church, it's a ministry. And it's a money grubbing thing is all it is. They're just making, just like I've heard him say it as well as literally make the claim full on in, if you put $1,000 on your credit card today, God will wipe out all your credit debt. I swear, if you put $1,000 on your credit card, I bet you don't see God wiping free your credit debt. I'm just saying, most likely not gonna happen. So this site here, though. You can make, and I love how, it's $58. It just starts off on $58. It's like, hey, $58. Don't be a loser. God doesn't love cheapskates. He likes people who puts out a little extra, but at the minimum, this is $58. This is the minimum when God starts loving you. Okay. But you can work your way up, and the more you pay, the more love you'll get, I guess. So anyways, or you could do monthly. That's another. You can either do the one-time thing or you can do a monthly seed. And that's awesome because you may not be able to see it, but actually I'm not even able to see it right now. What's going on? Oh, there it goes. I don't know. Again, I don't know if you can see. Actually, no, it's not showing up for you. But you've got 2 months to 12 months. And then you've got one that actually says ongoing. Literally ongoing. Just forever. Your monthly payment ongoing. And you can pick, what day, whether it be the 1st, 7th, 15th, 22nd, or 29th of the month when you want them to extract money from you. Literally, you're not getting anything. You're just giving away money. And honestly, if that's the case, I'll tell you what, send me the money and I won't even bullshit you. All right? I'm not going to be like, hey, God's going to let you in heaven once you give me, $60 or something. I'm not going to bullshit you, man. I'm just going to be like, hey, thanks for the $60. That's really cool of you. Appreciate that. I'll keep you in my thoughts. That's about it. Because I guarantee you, like Mike Murdock and this other goofball up here, David, whatever, they don't keep you in their thoughts. They don't give a flying two shits about you. No, not happening. So, and by the way, let's just say that this is actually the main page. Like this is home. So as soon as you log in, it's immediately like donation time. Oh man, there's legal mumbo jumbo down there, whatever. Donations made to the Inspiration Ministries are put to work immediately. Hold on. Let's read that one. Are put to work immediately and are not refundable. If you believe that an error has been made in connection with your donation, yeah, in other words, if like you say, pay $100 and somehow they accidentally took $1,000, well, it's not refundable. It's theirs now. It's a bunch of bullshit. Let's see what else we got going on here. We've got testimonies, prayer requests, praise report, about, and contact us. Boy, I'd like to contact you with my fist. Seriously, like these are people who prey on people who are actually, don't have lots of money. Some people do, and they're just goofy like that. And they're like, oh, I'll just throw this money away here and there. But a lot of people, they're victims of predatory fucking. And anyways, let's just read some of these testimonies and see what we got. Now all my pain is gone. That's a typical one I think I hear pretty often. God healed Betty's body, restored her relationship with her daughter, and brought her into greater intimacy with him. And I guess him, since it's capitalized, is God. Dear David and Barbara, I knew nothing about the principles of seed time and harvest until I watched one of your broadcasts, and God led me to sow a financial seed into your ministry. I have been sowing each month since then, and I'm being blessed in ways I never would have imagined. Shortly after I began sowing my seeds, I was miraculously healed by fibromyalgia. No, she wasn't. Shortly after I began sowing my seeds, I was miraculously healed of fibromyalgia, which I have suffered from terribly since 1985. My fibromyalgia had been extremely painful and debilitating, but now all my pain is gone. Recently, my daughter and I have developed a very close relationship, something I had prayed about for years, and now I have a new sense of the Holy Spirit guiding me with its hand in my pocket, giving me peace like I've never experienced before. It's so wonderful to feel free and happy in the Lord. In the Lord. I don't know. Is it just me? That kind of sounded weird. Like, you're happy in the Lord. That's kind of okay. Thanks for being there for me and teaching me about God's uncommon harvest. Thank you for teaching me about God's sticky fingers that just kind of keep taking my money every month. Now, in all honesty, this is probably nothing more than a stock photo, and like they wrote this shit, but in sake of like saying maybe Betty is maybe Betty's real. First of all, fibromyalgia, huh? Got a cure for that. All you got to do is pay a ministry, and they'll get a hold of God. And the more you pay them, like, that $58, that's going to take a while to get rid of, your disease or cancer, whatever you got going. It's going to take a while at 58, so, that's why you got to pay more. Betty was probably paying like $500 a month. And, that's why God got on it and was like, hey, let's get rid of her fibromyalgia. She's only been suffering for, fucking 20, 30 years or something probably. Which, by the way, cure. That's amazing that's the cure. We need to contact medical science and be like, hey, you've been doing it wrong this whole time. Really, all you got to do is give money to that guy, and he can get God to cure everybody. This is ways that they prey on people. Like, they're pointing out, like, they're using key factors. Bad relationships with your family, with your kids or whatever, family members, being in extreme pain, elderly. But I will say this, since my fibromyalgia had been extremely painful and debilitating, but now all my pain is gone, well, that's awesome, because I'm willing to bet that you probably were collecting a check for that fibromyalgia thing, for a disability check at your age. But since you're all healed up, Betty, it's time to get your ass to Walmart and start, ringing up some items. Yeah, I mean, like, as a job. Like, get your ass back to work, Betty, right now. Somebody call her fucking caseworker or a disability and, like, report her ass. The doctor said our baby would die, but God intervened. Oh, jeez. Now, okay, so now we're praying on parents of sick kids. Yeah, that's exactly what the fuck this is. Todd and Demi are faithful inspiration partners who received an incredible miracle from God. What the hell is a faithful inspiration partners? Whatever. While serving as a citizen contractor with the American troops in the war zone in Iraq, I discovered your ministry by satellite and became a $58 convenient $58 seed sower and inspiration partner. My wife Demi was 6.5 months pregnant and was rushed to the hospital when she experienced severe pain. The doctors diagnosed her with preeclampsia and decided to deliver the baby immediately. They predicted that our baby would either die or experience severe physical problems if somehow she survived. Not willing to accept their dire prediction, we began praying fervently. Fervently? They started praying a whole lot. Our baby Taylor was born so tiny you could hold her in the palm of your hand. In the following weeks, the doctors performed many tests expecting to tell us the worst. But God breathed wonderful life into our little Taylor, and the doctors never found any defects at all. Following this difficult ordeal, the hospital sent a gigantic bill for over $300,000. But again, the Lord was our deliverer. But one by one, all the bills were either canceled or paid unexpectedly by someone else. That's God. Man, that's God, bro. Totally. We have come through this enormous struggle debt-free. Well, isn't that nice? Wow, debt-free. What a convenient thing to be saying. Taylor is now 1 year old and a beautiful, healthy child. The Lord we serve is a God of love, power, and miracles. All right, let's start fucking ripping this one apart real quick. I like how they didn't really lean him into having a military background, but he was a civilian contractor with the American troops in a war zone. Okay, so I mean, so military or anyone who's that's a level that's one of their little points. But then there's like the babies, children that are sick, or what I like, what it really gets me is like how, first of all, if this story was true, here's the thing. The doctors and the nurses, the medical staff at that facility would be the ones who actually saved your kid. All right. They're the ones who kind of deserve credit. But instead of actually handing them any credit, being that they were the ones there, tending to your child, you then followed up in the next paragraph by saying, oh, we got a the evil hospital that actually saved our kid's life. Oh, sent us a gigantic bill for over $300,000. Bullshit. I'm just going to say probably bullshit. But yeah, so, they keep demonizing the doctors and the nurses, like saying like, oh, they didn't know what the hell they were doing. And it was God who walked up and was like, hey man, step back. Let me heal this kid right quick. All right. See, that's how it's done. Fucking prick. Whoever wrote this is an asshole. Like, if this was a real story and someone actually wrote this, yeah, they're an asshole. But most likely, again, that's some kind of photo they found somewhere on the internet, and they're probably using that, as a stock image photo. Just another one of their many other ways. And I like how out at the bottom of each one, it seems like it's like, sow your seed. Like, now it's time for you to sow your seed, because that's what they did. Look what they, got out of it. Let's see. You will not commit suicide. I don't know about that. If these things keep going this way, if these testimonies keep on carrying on like this. Okay, on the brink of ending her life, Sherry heard a powerful word from God. After years of marriage to an unsaved alcoholic, at age 34, I finally left my husband. Brokenhearted and attempting to escape my pain, I became an alcoholic myself. That's fucking stupid. That doesn't make any sense. That does not. That just sounds like a stupid choice on your, like, big time. Anyway, well then, even more so, man, you sound like kind of like the bitch, like, oh, you unsaved alcoholic, so you left him to become an alcoholic, you fucking hypocrite. I'm just saying. Anyways, I became an alcoholic myself. For 16 years, I struggled with addictions and toxic relationships with men. I also had destroyed my relationships with my mother and children, and I was physically malnourished and spiritually empty. One day I called in sick to work, took my last diet pill, and grabbed a knife to slash my wrist and end my life. But at this moment of overwhelming emotional pain, I cried out in desperation, God, please help me if you can. Can I just stop real quick? What the fuck what does the diet pill have anything to do with it? Like, a diet pill doesn't mean that you're going to die it now or something. I don't know. Diet. I'm going to diet now. Oh. Suddenly, I heard a voice coming from one of your television broadcasts, though I hadn't even been aware the TV was on. Yeah, because you were probably fucking drunk. Amazingly, the speaker, you already admitted that you fucking took a diet pill, so that must, party on. No. Amazingly, the speaker said, you will not kill yourself today. Amazing. Now, TV's talking to you. And I've said this so many times before, but like, people who talk to God are religious. People who hear God talking to them are fucking crazy. Just saying. I sat straight up in the bed, and the buzzing high from the amphetamine pill. Amphetamine pill? You told me you took a diet pill, not a fucking speeder. What the hell? Amphetamine pill. That's not. I can't. I don't think there is no diet pill with amphetamine. I mean, what year was this made? I sat up straight in the bed. The buzzing high from the amphetamine pill quickly evaporated, making it possible for me to focus my attention on the minister preaching on the screen, seeming to point directly at me. He said again, you will not commit suicide today because you are a precious child of the Most High God. I don't know why I said that like Vince McMahon, but recognizing this word was for me, I responded back and said, okay, I choose to live. She's fucking talking to the TV, all right? She's talking to the fucking TV. So then I prayed the most direct prayer of our Heavenly Father that I had prayed in a long time. I asked the Lord, if you want me to live, how can I face all the struggles and addictions in my life? God gently replied, I will be with you. Shut the What did I just say? What the hell did I just say? And now she's hearing God talking. First the TV's talking to her. Now God's talking to her. This is like a mentally ill patient over here. All right, I'm just saying, like, she don't need to be having a credit card or something. And let's see where this goes. The Lord has indeed walked with me in the 2 years since then. As a result, I'm now free from addictions, and God has restored my health and relationships with my mother and children. I watch INSP every day, and I'm so grateful for the impact you and your inspiration partners have had on my life. Now the Lord is dealing with me to sow back into the good ground of your ministry. As God has blessed me, I want to be a blessing to others. So enclosed is my monthly $58 seed based on Isaiah 58. Does Isaiah 58 say, hey, make sure you're giving the Lord $58 a month if you want to get into heaven or you want to have a decent life? I mean, you know what? Maybe the $58 a month is only like good life, like good current life, but you got to like pay more to like get to the heaven level. Like, well, yeah, you can do the 58, and you'll have a good life, but you're probably going to end up in purgatory after you're done. So, I mean, unless you can, like, maybe you kick that up, you really got to bring it up a little bit. I mean, at least 750. I mean, the Lord likes to see someone who's committed. No, this one they're fucking preying on, like people who have mental disabilities or, how can I not say disability? That's not disability. So, but mental issues, if you will. I mean, and it's not a fucking joke on that. But there's again, that's another group of people that they are trying to prey on. Oh, you're a substance abuser, or you have issues, mental issues or abuse issues. It doesn't matter. But they're saying like, oh, come give us money and God will fix you. You know what's going to fix you is, why it's going to, if it does anything, it's going to be because you're giving your fucking money to them and not, buying alcohol. So you're going to run out sooner, I guess. I don't know. It's a load of horseshit. But again, like, oh, reconnecting. Then there's the reconnecting with family members again, bringing them back into your life. And she's completely addiction free. She has no desire to she has no temptation, which anyone who's been addicted, consciously aware of their addiction to anything, knows that's bullshit. I'm just saying. Where do we got? Wait, how many of these fucking things are there, man? Now, this is our last one. Okay, so let's get through this last one. I was behind 2 months on my mortgage. Oh, goody. The Lord gave amazing breakthroughs to Bennett, an unemployed single mom who sowed sacrificial financial seeds into the good ground of Inspiration Ministries. Sacrificial. Yeah, they probably were fucking sacrificial. An unemployed single mom is making sure she's making her monthly payments. Fucking, what the hell? Hold on a second. Okay, several months ago, I suddenly became a single parent, was laid off from my job nearly 7 years, and suffered a serious illness. As a result, from these troublesome circumstances, I was behind 2 months on my mortgage and utilities, and I was using a credit card to pay for living expenses. Nevertheless, I continue to trust God and faithfully provide me the breakthroughs I needed. Even during this time of financial difficulty, I continued sowing my financial seeds into God's kingdom, though through Inspiration Ministries. Right there. Even though, so she's behind on fucking 2 months of mortgage payments and behind on utilities, struggling to be able to get, food. She's having to use a credit card in order to just get probably food and stuff for her kid. But she's still making sure that she's paying that fucking monthly fee to that ministry. That's one of the sick, sad parts that I'm talking about. Like that didn't happen. Well, it probably did happen. They're probably giving you a fucking real scenario. But I'll tell you what, this lady didn't exist. Or, well, this person. They just kind of gave a general scenario. Or they had to be like, oh, look, even if you are... Hold on, let me get through this before I really start ripping it apart. We still got a little bit to go. This was a period when gas prices were soaring and the child care costs for my 2 small daughters... So she's got 2 kids. Daughters has increased significantly. Yeah, kids are expensive. But God was faithful to bless us and meet our needs. We always had food on our table and clothes to wear. Our utilities were never turned off, and after I regained my health, the Lord blessed me with a new job. Now I received an unexpected windfall of over $7,000 that will allow me to bring my mortgage up to date, pay property taxes, and get my credit balance to 0. I thank God for these miracle breakthroughs. So a magical $7,000 floated into her fucking possession, and it's all because she was seeding. That's the fucking thing. It's like, oh, God's going to take care of your credit card debt. God's going to take care of your house payment. God's going to take care of your car payment. God's going to make sure your kids have food on the table. No, these motherfuckers don't give a damn if your kids have food on the table. They don't care what they take from you. They just want your money. And it's at the bottom. Exactly what I was saying. Where the fuck is where did it go? Close utility turned off every now. So bring me good miraculous. Oh yeah, here we go. It was up here. I continued sowing my financial seeds into God's kingdom. So basically saying, I'm paying God. I'm paying God. I'm paying God to have a better life. This isn't fucking insurance, man. God is not an insurance company. They're like, oh, so long as I keep paying my God payment, I'll have a good day. The fuck? My God, what else do we got in this nonsense? Prayer request. I'm sure that's a bunch of bullshit. A place to turn in a time of need. Inspiration Ministries believes the healing power of prayer. Since the Word of God is living and active, we provide dedicated a dedicated team of anointed prayer ministers. Anointed prayer ministers to support you as you lift your voice in prayer Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. What the? Oh, I guess so. Wait, is that like something that you can call? Because it's like from Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I wonder if there's a phone call. There must be. We are here for you. Simply fill out the web form below or call our Inspiration Prayer Center at 803-578-1800 during the hours shown above, and we will lift our hearts and voices in prayer with you. You have no idea how tempted I am to call that shit right now. Let's see. Title, first name. See, I imagine. Yeah, I see email address. Yeah, you're not getting that. Sorry. Like, I would send you. I kind of want to call them. But God, that means they're probably going to get my fucking number and then start blowing up my phone asking me for fucking money. Although that would be fun. That would be fun and entertaining. Oh, that would be so funny. They would get so many, like, rude messages right back. Fuck is wrong with you, snake oil salesman? Quit trying. Go scam someone else. Go. Aren't you supposed to be scamming some grandma right now out of her fucking life? Say, you know, her what she's leaving her children, you know, and her grandchildren or whatever after she passes away. And but you want that money because they don't really need it, because God's gonna be watching out for them, because you're gonna have, so long as they're sowing their seed, they shouldn't have anything to worry about, right? Pretty fucking much. I mean, just one more scenario. Why didn't they have that one in the testimonies? Please let us praise report. Please let us know how we at Inspiration Ministries have impacted your life through our programming, prayer ministry, website, or other ministry outreaches. I bet you, it wouldn't matter because no one would ever see it. But like, I could totally like be like, you know, you caused me to go bankrupt. You guys took too much money out of my account. It was money I never had. I didn't have, but I was still giving it to you, and you fucking never, and nothing ever happened with my credit debt. It didn't just magically disappear like those other people's. What? Why? Oh, well, I guarantee you what the fuck they'll say. Well, maybe you should try to pay to seed a little bit more than just the bare minimum. I'm telling you, that's what the fuck they're gonna say to you. You know it. You know it. I know it. I can tell you all fucking about these scam artists. I think I already have. Welcome about the Inspiration Ministries. The need to reach the lost of the gospel. The need to reach the lost with the gospel has never been more urgent. We welcome the opportunity. It's always urgent. It's always urgent. They need that money urgently, always. I mean, look, their fucking yacht payments and their private jet payments are not going to, and their mansions are not going to pay themselves. They need that fucking seed money. God doesn't want them living in a regular home like you or me. Hell no. You know, God is not going to let Mike live in some fucking trailer like this. Hell no. He doesn't deserve that. He deserves to be on high because he's like, you know, God's man. He's like, he's got the little red phone like in Batman. No dial or anything. Just, you know, pick it up, got the red light, goes straight to fucking God. Yo, God, okay, here's the list of people who paid up, you know, and made their donations, you know, to us. You know, their donations. So it's okay to keep them alive and protect their family and their children. And you know what? They get to be pain free this month. What the fuck? History. Over 20 years ago, we started scamming people. The Lord entrusted David Carello with a media ministry of evangelicism and discipleship to shine the light of the gospel of Jesus Christ to the world. Since then, God has blessed Inspiration Ministries greatly. Yeah, I don't think that, again, that's someone paying God a lot of fucking credit when really it's a shit ton of people buying into this and actually going, oh, well, I better send him some money. He says he needs it. It's all a bunch of bullshit. What is this? We rejoice that God is preparing and equipping us to do our part to help fill the earth with the knowledge of his glory. Approximately 6.7 people are alive today. More than 2 billion have never heard the name of Jesus even once. So let's go charging into other lands and forcing them to learn a religion that they know nothing about. I think they did that once. No, that's not a good idea. And I don't care which fucking way it goes. That ain't cool. I don't care who you are. That's one of my beefs with religion. You know what, motherfucker? You like what you believe what you want. That's cool. Don't you dare try to push it on me. I don't want it. I don't want your ridiculous bullshit that says, I have to freaking beat my head on a rock for fucking an hour to show my love, or pay so much money a month to show my love. Fuck that shit all around. I ain't fucking doing it. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm just not that gullible. And I think a lot of you are not that gullible either. So integrity makes a difference. With so many Christians networks asking for money, I decided to switch to Inspiration Ministries because of the sincerity I see. Nancy from the United Kingdom. Blind as a bat, Nancy. Let's check out some other stuff. Damn, I went to go click away, and did you see that pop up? Yeah, this happens a lot. You're almost done. One step away from sowing your seed of faith. A pop up from Mike and Dave. You're not leaving before you give us money, right? Right? We need that money. God needs that money. Not us, but God needs that money. USA contact information. Donation inquiries. General inquiries. Partner services. Prayer line. And planning giving. What? I'm curious. The prayer line, is that going to cost me money? I feel like that would be like one of those things that's like $3 a minute. Or, damn, calm down. Quit fucking, get out of here. You know what? Let's look up Mike Murdock. Let's see what Mike Murdock and his donations, because they're saying these donations are all fucking wonderful, right? I'll tell you another thing. Mike Murdock is not nearly that age anymore. Like what they show on TV nowadays, he's like he's 70-something years old. You know what? Hold on. Well, he was born in 46, so let's see. Age 73. Oh, sorry. Wikipedia asking for money, which actually that's something I would say, if give a donation to Wikipedia before you give a donation to that asshole. So age 73. That's where and he's still alive. He's still fucking kicking. I don't want to read too much about him. I think he's a jerk. Let's see. What about his All right, everybody. Sorry about that. That was apparently typed during the process of typing in Mike Murdock donations percentage. I somehow managed to. There's a key somewhere that I must have hit that stopped the recording. I don't know. I've got a hotkey set for it, but anyways. So I wanted to know about their percentages, what they're actually donating. And according to this, on March 3rd of 2003, the Associated Press reported Murdock asked followers for money to help the poor, but spent more than 60% of donations on overhead, including his salary, and only a tiny amount reported to be legal minimums of 1 to 3% on helping the needy or any other public interest. Yeah, 1 to 3%. This is why that guy is able to buy private jets, and more than one jet. A mansion. This guy has a mansion for sale. I don't know if it's actually still for sale right now, but he was selling it it was appraised for $1.5 million. Turns around and he's selling it for 3.2. And I guess a year later he reduced the cost of it and dropped it down to 2.7. He's still trying to price gouge, even on this house that he's selling. It's like, oh, if you live in this house, God's going to hook you up. You've got it set if, you hang out in this house. This is the house you live. Think of that 2.7 million as a seed, and you're going to plant that seed, and God is going to love you for the rest of your life for that seed. That's basically probably what his fucking sales pitch on his house is. Anyways, there's just, that is exactly the reason why. I know it's kind of cool, but I don't donate. Whenever you're going through the cash register at a store or the drive-through at Taco Bell or wherever else, and they're like, oh, would you like to donate $1 to this? I always say no. Why do I always say no? Because most likely these companies, there are probably a few out there that don't do this, but most likely that what they're actually giving is the legal minimum, just so that, and the only reason why they're even giving the legal minimum is otherwise they'd probably get nailed for fraud. So yeah, they have a legal minimum. Look at Haiti. Look what happened to Haiti during what was it, 2008? With the hurricane and everything, and all the money that was raised, and it just kind of disappeared. The majority of that money just fucking never made it to Haiti. It probably somehow ended up in a Swiss bank account somewhere for few individuals. I wouldn't doubt that one bit. Because, Haiti got totally fucked. We ran that whole fucking thing. People were donating all over. and they didn't get shit. You know, they absolutely did not get the help that they needed that we were promising. And that was fucked up. And that was due to these donations, legal minimums. I'm sorry, but if you fucking taking a donation, your legal minimum should be like 60%, 50 to 60% that you should be donating in. The rest of it, you know, you should, that can go for your, you know, your salary or whatever, and cover the staff or work or whatever. But no, not 1 to 3%. That's disgusting. Anyways, so that's my episode on the uncommonseed.com. Episode 50. It kind of went for a little while, didn't it? Yeah. Not bad. I found it pretty entertaining and ridiculous at the same time. This is, again, like I said, this is a site that I would not go to if I was you. Fuck it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks for coming along and joining me on episode 50. Until next time, I'll see you then.